Hello, my lovely Virgos. Welcome to your reading for April 2019. This is a general reading for you, my lovely Virgos. It's for Virgo sun, rising, and moon sign. It's also good to listen to your rising sign and moon sign, as I always say, because sometimes they will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. And sometimes it will give you more depth into what's being revealed to you for the month of April here. So some things may resonate with you. All of it may resonate with you. It depends on your birth date, your place of birth, the hour of your birth, the southern hemisphere, northern hemisphere. There's a lot of factors that come into play. But let's have a look at what's going on for you. If you would like a personal reading, then you can follow the link below to my website and you can book a personal reading from there, which is going to be more specific to you. Now, having said that, while I was meditating on all you wonderful Virgos out there as a collective energy, very interesting. The time was 11:11. Which is, to me, synchronicity at work, kismet at work. It's something that's very significant to you, and I felt like it was a real connection to you and what's going on for you in the month of April. So that's really interesting. That's really interesting. So let's see how it all unfolds for you, my lovely Virgos. Let's have a look. It's interesting in creating your spread and having a look at it. Initially in the beginning of April, I feel like I want to say there's going to be a lot happening for you. There's, lady luck, fortune is there for you in the beginning of April, but it's also about acknowledging that energy and taking a risk. What I'm hearing very much from my guides is that it's time for you to take a risk, to have the courage to step forward, to take that step even if you don't know what's in front of you. Take that step of that leap of faith. That's going to be really important for you in the month of April, in the beginning of April. So as April takes off. So what you've got here, what is around you, is the Palace of Coins, and the Palace of Coins, a palace of, and this tarot deck has these palace cards, which I always find really interesting. It's a place of you feeling quite stable, a place of you feeling quite strong, and you have that opportunity. Your mind can play games here. You can have that negative self-talk because of what's happened in the past, because of a culmination of everything in the past. But this can be a real solidifying for you, a real clarity of where you're headed, what you're doing, really grounding. This is your suit, pentacles, coins. This is Virgo in its strongest. This is Virgo in its determination, Virgo in being able to stand strong. So if you have an idea, if you've got something that you want to give birth to, if you have something that you want to change in your life, if you have something that you want to create, you're going to have this really strong foundation, this opportunity to really create something solid, really create something that's going to move you forward, that is going to carry you forward. It's going to really flourish, because the card that's crossing you here is the Nine of Coins, the Nine of Pentacles. And this is, you've been on this journey, you've done it tough, but in that toughness, in those lessons that were presented to you, what's come up for you is this clarity of what you do want and what you don't want. And you are now at the Nine of Coins, the Nine of Pentacles, which is the end, coming to the end of that cycle. It's an opportunity here to create that next chapter, create that next opportunity, because it's really positive for you. I just feel like the beginning of April is really going to be an opportunity not to be missed. It's an opportunity to really jump in there, really create what sort of future you want. What abundance do you want to bring into your life? It's health, it's happiness, it's love, it's finances. It's being surrounded by things that bring you pleasure, things that you enjoy. These opportunities are very much there for you for the month of April. Feels really good to me. It just feels solid. It feels solid. But I also feel like, Virgo, that you're sort of not quite sure. There's a little bit of uneasiness there. There's a little bit of, am I on solid ground yet? Am I on solid ground? Can I take that risk? Do I have the courage to move forward? What have you got to lose? You know, it's about really, what do you want? And moving forward with it, because what is in the subconscious, what's coming up for you, you know that there's choices and decisions. The Two of Coins, Two of Pentacles, there are choices and decisions that you're needing to make for your future, Really consider what it is you want, where you want to go, how you want to move forward. Because there's an opportunity here to make those choices, make those decisions which are going to take you to new horizons. And it's quite a bright future. You're standing up at a pinnacle. There's a pinnacle point. You're up high. You can see ahead. You can see what it is you want. You can see what you want to create. Do you have the courage to move forward from that point? Make those decisions, make those calls. It's about what is right for you, not pleasing other people, not doing what other people expect you to do, but doing what you want to do, what you're wanting to move forward to. And I want to say, for you people that have completed a study or are starting a study, I want to say to you, are you doing that study? Are you taking that on as something that you want to do, or are you taking it on because it's an expectation that you move in that direction? There's the choices and decisions. What is it that you want to do? Wow, it's really all about you, my wonderful Virgos. So the beginning of April is really about setting that foundation of moving forward, because I feel like it's going to move you through 2019 and 2020. If you do this and lay down this foundation and really have this rebirth, this reawakening, it's really going to progress for you for the rest of the year and into 2020. I really like that. I really, really like that, because also how that's reflecting in your environment here. You've got the Five of Cups, and for some of you, it's an ending of a relationship where you're looking at everything that you've lost, but you're not looking at what you're gaining. Turn around, look at what is going to work for you in this situation. And I know it's really difficult when emotions are involved and you're in that sort of heartache. But for some of you, it's about, if you've lost your job, your position, or you are deciding to quit your job, and you've done that, or you're going to do that, it's not about reflecting in, oh my goodness, what have I done? It's about turning around, facing the future, and deciding what it is you want to do. Here's an opportunity to recreate yourself. Remember that the beginning of April is about recreating you, recreating the divine Virgo. Really pleasing yourself, what brings you joy, what brings you happiness. And I feel like as a collective, as a planet, we're being asked to do that. We're being asked to review how we live our life, what sort of lifestyle we want. Are we happy? Are we pursuing our joy? We're being called to do that more and more, to redefine ourselves and honor ourselves, honor that inner person. And this is what's coming up for you. So don't reflect on the past, and that's all water under the bridge. Easy for my guides to say that, but when your emotions are also tied up in that, sometimes it's a little bit difficult to make that cut, make that move. But really for you in April, it's about turning around and facing the future. Look at what is in front of you. Don't look into the past. Don't look at the past. and what you've lost. But it's now time, and I think you're ready to do that. I think you're ready to do that by having these strong foundations, by having this aha moment, by having this realization of where you're going and what you want to do, where you're moving forward to. I really like that. I think it's something that's really going to work in your favor. It's going to be different for each of you. This situation that you're sort of looking into the past and staying there and reflecting and constantly rehashing the past. It's about leaving that behind and turning and facing the future, because that's there's a lot of potential there. There's a lot of opportunities opening up for you. So really, it's about turn around, face the direction you're moving in, and see what's there for you, see what's going to unfold for you. In the past, I feel like here there's this King of Coins. This is male or female. This can be you. For some of you, I feel like it's you having a stronger sense of self is what I want to say to you. For you, April really is about having a strong sense of self, having a strong recognition of who you are and what you want. Having your eyes opened, I think, is what I'm feeling here. It's about really having that strength, that feeling of success that's coming up around you. A lot of you are already going to start feeling that. A lot of you are going to start feeling really like you've got itchy feet, like you really want to bring in some sort of change. And if you don't know what that change is, just let it unfold for you. It's not something that's going to be forced. It's something that's going to unfold for you, and you will work it out. But it's really about a strengthening of character, a strengthening of the self. And this has already begun. And I want to say February, March. For some of you, it may go even further back. For some of you, it may just be starting. But it's really about this dissatisfaction of giving out all the time and being pulled in different directions and being something that other people expect you to be, rather than being true to yourself and pursuing that and being and honoring the self. That's what it's really about for you, my beautiful Virgos. Okay, so what's coming up for you? You've got the Six of Cups. And what I want to say to you is, in this process, don't get too bogged down. Don't get too caught up. Don't forget to play. Don't forget to bring out that inner child. Don't forget to have fun in this process. Don't forget to sort of really feel into it. Get in touch with your intuition. Feel in the direction that you're wanting to go. I'm feeling like a lot of you are just going to, think, oh, I want to go to such and such a place today, or I want to do such and such a thing today. But that doesn't sound logical, and I don't want to do that. And your brain starts to kick in. Don't do that. If you've got a real feeling of I want to move forward, I want to do this or I want to do that, and it's out of the ordinary for you, just do it. Just go along and do it. If you've got young children, go and watch a movie with them. Go and roller skate with them, go and ice skate with them, go and whatever it is for you, go bike riding with them, go and have fun, go and connect in that inner child, because what that's going to do is it's going to trigger your energy. It's going to get your energy moving, which is what I'm feeling like I want to push you out of. It's what my guides are showing me. It's like when you're driving out in a dirt track and your car gets bogged in a hole, and you need assistance in getting pushed out of it. And that's what this is. That's what this is. This is the push you need to not take yourself too seriously, not take what's going on around you too seriously, but allow this playfulness to push you forward, to get you out of this situation that you're in, that you're feeling stuck about, and then the energy will start to flow and your inspiration will come to you. You'll know what to do. So the first week and a half, it's really about realizing that you're reinventing yourself, that you want to take a risk, you want to do something different, you want to really honor what it is you want to do. and having the past come up to release it so that you can look forward to the future and move forward into the future. In 2 weeks into April, maybe 2.5 weeks into April, it's about getting unbogged. It's about getting unstuck, and you get unstuck by getting in touch with your inner child. Play with your pets, play with your children, play, go out and have fun with friends that just make you happy. You laugh, you have a good time, and that will get your energy. It's going to be a really good thing for you, my wonderful Virgos. So that's really very interesting. So let's have a look at what's coming up through April and to the end. What's coming up here for you? You've got the Lovers, and First of all, when I sort of did this spread, and I got very clearly, this is about self-love. It's about a completion of the self. It's about the yin and yang of the self. It's about balancing the masculine and the feminine in the self. This can be male or female. If you're male, get more in touch with your feminine side. Or maybe you have, and you need to get back in touch with some of the masculine side. Female, same thing. Get in touch, balance the masculine and feminine, balance the yin and yang. Everything you're needing, you can provide within yourself. When you have self-love, when you have that self-love, when you have that sense of self-worth, when you show yourself that level of love, then it will be matched. It will be met by an external. Someone will come in to match that. But first of all, you need to give it to yourself before you can give it to anybody else. For those of you that are in a relationship, it's also about taking time out for you, appreciating and loving yourself rather than looking for external stimulus or love or external gratification to say this is what I'm worth. What your worth comes from within. So that's what this is asking you to do. The Lovers is also about having a karmic connection with someone. It doesn't have to be a love partner. It can be a friend. It can be someone that you meet and you just have this soul connection, this really strong connection with that person. But there is also the opportunity to meet your twin flame, to meet your soulmate. It's very much around you. So as you put in place these changes, this opportunity, laying new foundation, really following what you want and learning how to play, learning how to have fun, you're going to also reinforce the self-love you have for yourself, your self-worth, your self-value, which in turn will attract someone of equal level, equal love, rather than looking for that as an external. You give it to yourself first, and then you attract and bring into your circle friends and people and a partner that will match what's happening within you. If you're in a relationship and if it's a little bit rocky, that will also, by having that self-improvement in you, giving yourself that level of love, your relationship will find its even keel. Okay. Can also work the other way. You might realize that, no, this relationship isn't working for me. I'm giving out much more than I'm getting back. So there's going to be realizations on a love level, self-love, partnerships in about the week 3 of April. So I want to say week 2, week 3. Timing again is going to be different for all of you. But that's what I see for April. That's what I see for April. And it's the 9 of Wands, which I really like too. It's about all the battles. It's coming to a close. All that unhappiness, upheaval, obstacles, all those things that have been crossing you. It's just one thing after another, after another, after. When is this going to stop? Well, it's coming to an end. It's coming to an end. It's going to stop. But what it has done for you, it's taken you from being from one sort of way of being and created this transition to where you are now, which is only going to take you to a better place. It's only leading upwards. It's just going to get better and better and better for you, because it's lighting the way for you to move up, move from one situation to another. And and I want to say to you, it doesn't have to necessarily mean that your situation is going to change, but your perception of that situation is going to change. So for some of you, it's actually going to be a physical change of job, partnership, house, where you live, what you do, how you earn your money, those sorts of changes. And for others, it's simply going to be a change of perception. It's a change of how you're perceiving what's around you, showing appreciation and gratitude for what's around you, looking at it through different eyes rather than being in your head all the time. So, that transition is going to be different for each of you, if that makes sense to you. Okay, but I really like it. I really, really like that. You've also got the Four of Swords here, and this speaks of taking some time out. And, this is also time out here, time out to reflect, to meditate, go on a holiday, even go away on your own, to allow you to nurture the self, show yourself self-love as well. If you're going with a partner, that time out, that break is going to also cause you to reconnect, build a stronger bond. Take some time out of the everyday, but just make sure, because there's a lot happening for you in April, and you can make it as intense as you like or as little as you like, because that's going to be up to you what you do with these energies. You may choose to ignore them, and that's okay. There is absolutely no judgment. But if you really throw yourself into it, you have this opportunity for this transition, if only as your perception, looking at things through different eyes and changing your perception on things. And that's a really strong thing. That's quite powerful. So listen to that again. It's quite powerful. Our reality is how we perceive our reality. By changing our perception of our reality changes. Listen to that. Listen to that. Write it down, because it is so true. It is so true. So take some time out. Towards the end of April, you're going to feel like you need to take time out, meditate, go for walks, or go away for a weekend, go and have a break. There's going to be some sort of re-energizing, a time of re-energizing. Okay, a time of re-energizing. And by the end of April, you have the Tower. Now, my lovely Virgos, don't be going, the Tower, that's all I need. I've had enough already. I've gone through enough and I've been through enough. The Tower is not that devastating. If you recognize it before the universe steps in and shakes it up for you, but if you recognize that change is coming for you and you are proactive about bringing that change in, allowing that to flow through you, then it's going to be a very easy transition, because there is no resistance. It's the resistance that causes the okay? So that's totally up to you. That's your free will. That's how you have free will in what's going on around you. But the Tower is just a shake-up. It's a wake-up call. It's a shake-up. So you get this wake-up call, and it's about change. It's about letting things fall away that are no longer serving you, that you no longer need. And that can be behaviors. It can be habits. It can be people. It can be work. It can be the hours you work and how you work. It can be if you're in a relationship and the workload's not equally distributed, hey, let's bring in some change. Okay, the relationship might be a little bit rocky, and we, to save this, we need to make some changes. I need to feel like I'm not the one that's doing everything, or maybe it's the other way around for you. But this is the Tower. This is the Tower. It shakes what you perceive is going along, it's just going along. Anything that needs to change, anything that is not going to serve you in moving forward, you're going to get the shake up, the wake up call. It could come from your partner, it could come from family, it could come from friend, it could come from your work. Your position may be made redundant and you think, oh my goodness, here's the resistance, rather than, okay, well, this is a perfect opportunity. I've never liked my job anyway, so here's an opportunity for me to look for something that I do like, to be able to work hours that are going to work for me. Can I work for myself? Positive things come out of this. Positive things come out of this. Now, because you got the Tower as your final card, I didn't want to leave you at that, so I actually drew another card, and you got the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords is about the Tower is going to make you look at making decisions. There's a time of decision making that's coming up around you. Nobody can make you do it, so that's the wrong word. I don't like that. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. But there's an opportunity here to make choices and decisions. But they're not things that you're going to make in haste. They're things that you're going to weigh up. You're not going to be blindfolded and just go in there and just make those choices and decisions. It's about getting the facts, collecting the facts, which is going to make your decision making a lot easier, because some of you are going to have a hard time with this. What choice, what decision do I make? It's going to employ your head. It's about collecting facts, making it without the blindfold, having that clarity in your decision making. But by the end of April, there's going to be choices and decisions there for you to make. And I'm going to actually draw another card for you because I want to. So I'm going to do it because I can. So let's have a look at a final card. Oh, there we go. Okay, so, you got two. I'm going to give you those two. So you've got the Eight of Coins, Eight of Pentacles, and that says to me, if you're worried about work, if you're worried about making money, if you're worried about how your business is going, it's going to, by the end of April, it's going to start picking up. The work is there. It's a speciality. It's what you do, and the work is going to be there, which will bring you that financial gain as well. You'll be paid for your work. So any changes that are going to come in, if it is to do with work and you need to make choices and decisions, don't fret about it, because there is work there for you. There is work that brings in finances and money, because what it's leading you to is the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands, Wands to me is about your joy, your passion, enthusiasm. So you're going to feel quite enthusiastic about moving forward. This is a new pathways, new journeys, new opportunities that are coming for you by the end of April. This is going into May. I feel like this is going into May. So you've got a preview of May. And it's doing this work in April is going to lead you into May and lead you to new opportunities. Pursuing your joy, pursuing your passions, finding that joy in what you're doing, in moving forward. Things are just going to fall into place for you, which I really, really like. So I'm going to give you a card from the Angels of Abundance, because, I like these cards. And I'll see how it closes up or summarizes. Again, you've got two. I'm going to give you two because I'm feeling generous with my lovely Virgos this month. So, take a divinely guided chance. It's divine, and this is the card of karma. This is this divine intervention card. Take a divinely guided chance. Let's have a look. All positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, which is what I was talking to you about. And you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories, which is your new opportunities. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar, but no longer appropriate for you, and I'm going to show you the cards, which is that. You make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. My lovely Virgos, that's that, isn't it? Okay, let's have a look at your next card. Positive faith and optimism. Positivity, faith and optimism. You know, really, it's your turn. It is your turn, my lovely Virgos. It is your turn. You open the doorway to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative energy or temporary setbacks to interfere with the path that you are on. Keep the faith and keep going. Positivity, that's what this card is about. Positivity. The Six of Cups. How wonderful is that? So, my lovely Virgos, look, I think this is this reading is so exciting. It's so exciting for you. And I hope that you embrace April for all the opportunities that it gives you and brings to you. So many, many blessings to you, my lovely Virgos. If you would like to book a private reading with me, follow the link below to my website and you can book a reading from there. So many blessings to you, my lovely Virgos.